Hi, welcome to Celebrating Culture. This is our Christmas show. We're going to take you to the best places in South Louisiana to experience Christmas. We're starting right here in City Park at Celebration in the Oaks, where you can ride a train or you can walk through a park with over 1 million lights. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Our news spent 5 years touring Louisiana. We've interviewed countless numbers of people. The people that make it happen, that put on Mardi Gras, the chefs, the artists, the backbone of Louisiana. We've taken those interviews and made a show called Celebrating Culture. But we've also taken those interviews and put them in a tour app, New Orleans Insider Tours. To download the apps, all you have to do is point your phone at the flow code in the camera mode. Once you have the app downloaded, you'll have access to putting together the best game plan to experience in Louisiana. You can start with Little Palermo, which is 50 points of interest on the Italian community, and then go to Statue Stories and Spirits, over 150 stops in the French Quarter and CBD. Where to dine in New Orleans, what rooftop bars give you the best view, how to see the Gulf of Mexico from the coastal towns, driving up to the Bonnie and Clyde Museum near Shreveport, or up to Vicksburg. New Orleans and Louisiana are must-see for everyone, and there's so much to see. So we hope you enjoy it, and as we say here, let the good times roll. Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're here in City Park and I'm with Carrie Fry-Becker. Carrie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You love New Orleans.
I do. I've born and raised here. I've lived here my whole life. I like to do anything and everything you can.
The Christmas caroling in Jackson Square.
Oh, me, my friends, my family, we all just love going to caroling in the square. It's just a tradition. It's an amazing free thing that Patio Planters has been doing.
In 1946 they started.
Wow. I mean, that's just amazing. The amount of people that come together, and it just seems like it grows every year when you see that overhead picture of how many people are in that one small space. Whether you can sing, you cannot sing. Everybody's got their candle, they've got their songbook, everybody's wearing their Christmas Santa hats. Everybody is happy, everybody is glad to be there. It's a wonderful, magical evening.
And the stage.
Beautiful. It's all decorated. The entire park is beautiful.
I think it's the Sunday before Christmas?
It is the Sunday usually, historically, before Christmas, unless I think weather-wise they have to change anything.
And everybody can be part of that day, regardless of your religious background.
Absolutely.
So you're in the park, 8,000 people just singing in harmony, even if you can't sing.
It's just full of love in there.
Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light.
We're here today with Archbishop Aymond. Welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure.
They've been doing that for 75 years, patio planners with the caroling. So does patio planners supply the candles?
They do. We use the candles because it's an evening vigil, but also the candle is a sign of the Christ. Christ is the light of the world, and as we prepare for his birthday, we remember him as the light, and as the light, he has come to scatter the darkness.
You know, it starts actually with a procession that comes from the cathedral.
Yes.
Who's in that?
In the procession are clergy of different denominations, the mayor and some other civic officials, and we process from the cathedral, and then we make the procession up to the stage. We're each given a Christmas carol that we can lead, and I don't sing well at all, so I make sure that it's a Christmas carol. I always say I want everybody to drown me out because you don't want to hear me sing.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you wouldn't say it glows.
It does rotate. You have a lot of other people that do lead Christmas carols.
Oh yes, political figures, the mayor, for example.
All right, Merry Christmas, everyone. All right, let's deck these halls.
Deck the halls with bells of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
So the music, they sing both religious and secular songs as well.
Absolutely. Whether you know the words or not, everyone sings along.
And it's amazing, they've been doing this since right after World War II. Through Vietnam, everything else that goes on, it seems like that day is 2 hours where we actually put aside whatever else is going on to sing songs. So New Orleans is one of the great places to experience Christmas, really.
Christmas, absolutely, and any other day that ends in Y.
Carrie, I want to thank you for being on the show, and I look forward to seeing you caroling this year in Jackson Square.
You know where I'll be.
I do.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more Celebrating Culture. Hi, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Celebrating Culture. On News has interviewed hundreds of people and produced dozens of episodes for local broadcasting of awesome people doing great things to inspire us all. If you'd like to watch a specific interview, please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. Tonight we're coming to you from the New Orleans Marina, and in particular the New Orleans Yacht Club, where many members participate to put on a great Christmas boat parade for the community. The boat parade's been going on for many years. We're at a place where there's going to be caroling, Santa's going to come by, just a lot of fun for the family. We'll meet a few of the people who get competitive to win it. We'll also meet some unique entries, paddle boards, hydro boards. This is a great community event. It's put on by a lot of people. The Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation, a lot of sailors get involved with this. A lot of the restaurants up and down the area get involved with it, bands, music, Christmas caroling, and all goes to a great cause. Not only is it a lot of fun, but it raises money for the Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation to help them take care of the lake in a better way.
My name is Carol Lebell. The name of our boat is Snoopy. This is our second year, actually. It's the second year owning the boat. My husband and my son own the boat together, and my son does this as my Christmas present every year because he's a bah humbug kind of person, but he knows I love this kind of stuff, so this is what we have, my Christmas present.
I'm Mike Floberg. The name of my boat is The Right Stuff. I have been in the parade several times. I won once. Well, the key to winning is to decorate your boat and everybody having a good time, and in my case, having the competition not show up.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm originally from Bulgaria. And I think having a parade of Christmas lights on boats is a masterful, amazing idea. It is absolutely worth taking the trip down to the lake to discover a different part of New Orleans and to see a part which you don't see. I briefly saw Bourbon Street, and this is thousands of times better and more fun and very, very relaxing. I think this would be actually a great place to take a family.
The parade itself starts at 5:30. It starts out right at the mouth of the harbor, and it goes down through the canal and then into the marina and comes out and goes into the municipal harbor, and it does that twice. There is no registration fees for it. It's all done volunteer work, and there are a bunch of people working in the background that we don't know who they are. In fact, there should be an appearance of a live Snoopy and a live Woodstock later on this evening,
They have
too.
costumes.
We have costumes.
So your sailors in your boat are going to be dressed.
For a little while. I don't know for how long, because it's not exactly comfortable to sail a boat in a costume.
Each year, the West End Marina hosts its annual Christmas Boat Parade. In conjunction, the Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation hosts their Lights at the Lake family event at the Lighthouse. The Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation has been instrumental in restoring the lake and is now working on coastal issues. The Lighthouse and nearby restaurants provide great opportunities to view the boat parade while you enjoy their delicious cuisine.
Celebrating Culture is brought to you by Awe News. Awe News also produces New Orleans Insider Tours, which are 10 self-guided tours of New Orleans and Louisiana. To download the apps, all you have to do is point your phone at the flow code in the camera mode, and you're ready to really experience Louisiana. Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're now in Nack-a-tish, Louisiana, where they have their Festival of Lights for 93 years, and I'm with Julia Coleman. Julia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so very much.
What a great experience this is. It is just phenomenal to see how many people turn out, and just the theme and the amount of lights is just wonderful.
The lights in Nack-a-tish were started by one gentleman. His name was Max Bergdorf. And Max put together enough money to buy one strand of 10-watt light bulbs. He strung them across our beautiful front street, and henceforth our City of Lights began. It was not until 2002 that a Mr. Solomon twisted a piece of metal together and made an Eastern Star and lit it and placed it on our lovely riverbank for displays. It brought our displays to life. Each year we add a new display to our riverbank, and if you travel further north on it, you're going to see each display has a meaning, paying homage or honor to people or places here in Nack-a-tish that are most important and dear to our hearts, such as celebrating our 300th anniversary in 2014. Of course, we have a beautiful Steel Magnolias. That's in honor of the movie Steel Magnolias. The carousel, the toy soldiers, those are just a part of the joy that we have in our Cities of Lights and in Nack-a-tish. And of course, our crawfish, the Christmas tree is beautiful. That was part of some of the first displays, but of course, it's much grander now, much larger, and it plays music. This is the Cane River Queen, ladies and gentlemen. Just came here in April, and she holds 64 people. And we do have a replica of our fort. Fort Jean the Baptiste is the fort that Louis Jacques Saint Denis built when he brought his 179 men here, and he only brought 100 wives with them. Nack-a-tish was founded in 1714 by Louis Jacques Saint Denis. He was our founder. When he arrived, he stood 7 feet 2 inches tall and wore bright red tights. The local Indian tribe, the Adai-Caddo Indians, thought he was a god because they had never seen a man of that stature. We are the oldest city in Louisiana, and we are the oldest city in the Louisiana Purchase. Nack-a-tish is the bed and breakfast capital of Louisiana. Steel Magnolia's house is one of the lovely B&Bs. The Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame is the only one in the state of Louisiana.
Julia, if someone wants to know more about the Festival of the Boat, any websites?
Yes, the city of Nack-a-tish provides you a website. Our visitor center is phenomenal, so you could go to nackatish.com.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Julia.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of Celebrating Culture. Hi, welcome to Celebrating Culture. Tonight we're coming to you from Paulina, Louisiana, which is just by Lutcher and St. James Parish. This is where every Christmas Eve for over 150 years have been lighting bonfires. But it originally got started to light the way to go to midnight mass, and we're here at St. Joseph's Church. So these bonfires would burn down, people would go to mass, and on the way home they'd stop at their friend's house and have great gumbo, jambalaya, just a feast. We're going to talk to a few families who've been doing it and hear their story, and they build gorgeous bonfires. Typically it's a pyramid, but other people get creative. We're going to see what that looks like, especially in Garyville. I'm with Josh Whiter. We're here in Garyville. How long does it take you to build this?
We've been working on this for about a month now. The design took about a week and a half to come up with everything.
I saw the little kids are in the back pulling.
It's kind of hard for kids to pull, but we have it set up to where we got this little rubber balls. We're letting them put in their mouth, and they can actually feed it. They get a kick out of it. It's like they're feeding the turtle, you know?
And you got a sign-in book.
Yeah, we have a sign-in book. We've had people from Brazil, Korea, China, South Africa. That's just the ones that I know of.
Now, how many years your family been doing it?
I've been doing this for about 20, 21 years.
With your dad before?
With my dad before. I was Man, as far as I can remember. I don't remember ever doing anything else for Christmas but building bonfires.
Did his dad do it?
I'm sure he did.
Hi, Gidget Oob.
And Greg Duhan.
Bonfires were actually started in the 1800s. It was suggested by the Marist priests. Christmas celebration did not start until after midnight mass. The bonfires lit the way for all the families to go to church. Then on their way back, they stopped at homes and visited and was offered food and drink.
It's a lot of work. It truly is. This one this year is about 16 feet tall. Before that, they used to build them 40 feet tall, which she could remember things like that. Lots of hauling logs, floor shoulders the next day, but it brings the family and friends all together to, have one goal to finish the bonfire so we can all be ready and have fun on Christmas Eve.
Here's what's so precise. All right, this is how we do it.
Okay, this event is for Perry's Posse. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We help cancer patients throughout the United States, and it's because of generous guys like this and so many fundraisers from Pocahontas people and the plants and the schools, the politicians. We have just been overwhelmed with generosity, and it's because of these guys and so many others that we are able to give back 100% to all the cancer patients.
It's good for us to be able to come up here and use these platforms like this that, for our bonfires and attract a lot of people. And that's why we kind of decided to go ahead on and do benefits and fundraisers and stuff like that. Help people out around the parish who suffering from cancer and the victims and the families. And it feels really good to be able to do that around this time of the year, the holiday season. Cancer sucks, and cancer is what?
It ain't no joke!
Signing off from Garyville, Louisiana.
There's nothing better than watching several generations of a family come together for Christmas Eve and watch the respect and the love as tradition is passed on from family to family. We're thrilled tonight to be with Sister Pierre Carla. Sister, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Welcome to St. Joan of Arc.
Sister's here at St. Joan of Arc in Laplace, Louisiana, but she comes to us from Italy, which is the birthplace of St. Francis of Assisi, and she has recreated in Laplace the manger scene which St. Francis created in 1223. Sister, what inspired you to do this?
Well, we were doing this in my hometown when I was little, and the whole town was involved with this. They had real shepherds with lambs and goats and all the other animals, and baby Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. So we kids at the time, we actually learned the story of the birth of Jesus just by reenacting, that night. The parents have been fantastic, especially when I saw all this crowd. I just couldn't believe it.
St. Francis was a very special saint. He became a saint within 2 years of his passing, and he was inspired to create this.
I think that he wanted to do this so the people would really understand the story of the Savior. And then after that, I think that this tradition, actually everybody started to have this living nativities.
He was very close to animals, St. Francis. So he added the manger scene.
He was a lover of animals.
Because of that, we now have World Animal Day on his feast day. I'm with Father Pat Collum. The choir, he had a great choir.
Oh, the youth choir is phenomenal. They sing at our weekly mass here at St. Joan of Arc every Thursday morning, and they do a great job.
And you have a great mixture of students playing everything. You have the little drummer boy, the shepherds, the kings.
We try to make it as authentic as possible, try to recreate like the time of Jesus, the manger scene with live animals and a live baby, so we try to do that. And
I think you do a great job.
Oh, all.
Well, Father, thank you guys for contributing to our community. Do you think that there's an extra takeaway when they see a live nativity scene?
Absolutely, I do. It becomes something that the children perhaps can understand. Christmas is all about the baby, and so I think they identify themselves. They like that. They like baby, and they like all this, like the shepherds and the kings, and of course, when you have the animals, it's just complete.
I'm thinking this is a memory that the children, when they're 20, 30 years from now.
Yes, because I had some former students who came from Hammond to see this tonight because they remember when I used to do that, when they were little.
Do you think Pope Francis will help?
Pope Francis would have felt absolutely at home tonight. With all the children and the all animals, he would have loved it.
Sister, I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
And in Bon Natale. Hi, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Celebrating Culture. On News has interviewed hundreds of people and produced dozens of episodes for local broadcasting of awesome people doing great things to inspire us all. If you'd like to watch a specific interview, please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're here tonight at the Luna Fest in New Orleans. I'm with Kevin Santani. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Kevin, tell me, this is like a major thing in New Orleans now. It started in 2013, the Luna Fest, and what are we seeing?
Well, you're seeing a bunch of interactive light sculptures, sound installations, lasers, most of them done by local New Orleans artists. It started in 2013 over on Aretha Castle Haley. It's expanded this year. We're actually in the Piazza d'Italia, so all the way from Dallier Hall, Lafayette Square, all the way to the piazza. I'm with a group called the Crew of Vaporwave, and we have an interactive rock opera that we have produced for the Italian Plaza. Our crew is about vaporwave, which is a subgenre of music having to do with celebrating the 1980s and 1990s video games, animation, things like that. So we use old technology, we use new technology, we use analog gear, we use digital gear, and we put all that together and we produce it to go up onto the plaza.
So tell us globally what's going on with this.
There's a lot of these types of light festivals, nighttime festivals, and now with projection technology and other types of technology that become a lot less expensive, it allows a lot more people to pull off these big spectacles. I know that in Europe these things go on. I was at one earlier this year in Singapore. Chicago has a big one these days. So New Orleans is really up there with a cutting edge.
We have the spaces. Lafayette Square is packed. I mean, it's a big family event.
It's fun for all ages.
What actually turned me onto this was I saw the Pope did this on the Vatican a couple of years ago with endangered species.
I know they've done some things with that, with projecting large images of animals on buildings. It raises awareness, and it's a good way to really engage the public and make familiar spaces into something new.
If someone wants to know more about you, where do they go?
Well, you can look up Crew of Vaporwave. Okay. That's the easiest way to find us.
Kevin, thanks for being on the show.
All right, thank you.
And stay tuned, we'll be right back with more Celebrating Culture. Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're here in Monroe, Louisiana at the Beaton Horn Museum, and I'm with Ralph Calhoun, who's the executive director. Ralph, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
There's a great story with the Beaton Horn family. It gets started in Vicksburg?
Yeah, Joe Beaton Horn in 1894 in Vicksburg, Mississippi becomes the first person to bottle Coca-Cola. 2 years earlier, he had a 4th of July party that he was supposed to cater. He was supposed to get lemon soda, and the guy who was going to provide him with lemon soda fell through. Joe ended up making lemonade, but he also said, if I can't trust my soda guy to get me my soda, I'm going to bottle it myself.
There's a great museum of that in Vicksburg.
Yeah, Vicksburg has a museum, and then Monroe has the museum here. What happened was the Beaton Horn family moved from Vicksburg to Monroe around 1912, and so Monroe becomes their bottling headquarters, but Vicksburg is still the home birthplace, I guess, of Coke in a bottle. So we end up with both places having a museum.
This museum is colorful. During the holidays, it really comes alive.
With their Christmas marketing, you have this connection between Santa and Coke that today is very, very solid.
So as you go through the museum, museum, there's also a train set.
Yeah, the train is only up during December. It's a Coca-Cola train, and then we had a collectible Coca-Cola village. There are little porcelain houses and stores and shops. It's a replica soda fountain, and then we also go through the evolution of the Coke bottle. So we take it from the Hutchinson bottle, which is what Joe used in 1894, on up to bottles that you get today, which look like the classic Coke bottle. And if you come here, you can buy one for a nickel out of one of our antique Coke machines.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll even give you the nickel.
Okay. So also you have great gardens here.
The garden is the creation of Emmylou Biedenhorn. That's Joe's daughter. Over time, Emmylou converted this into a formal English garden.
Frances, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me. The Monroe Garden Study League comes and decorates every year for us. It's a formal garden. There's lots of statuary and seasonal color. The front of the house is a large glass room. There's 10 trees just in that one room alone. There's a total of 20 trees in the home. We have Santa Claus here with Mrs. Claus, and kids can come in and take a photo and give them their Christmas list and get a candy cane and just have a fun family evening.
Frances, I want to thank you for being on the show. And if somebody wants to know more about the Biedenhorn Museum, what's the website?
Sure, it's bmuseum.org, and we are also on Facebook.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more Celebrating Culture. Hi, we hope you've enjoyed our show on how Louisianans celebrate Christmas and the holidays. And if you'd like to learn more, please visit our YouTube channel, Awe News. Thank you and have a great holiday.